Good afternoon. This is a little smart video notes on alcohol. So a lot of people, say, well, what is an alcohol? Well, our alcohol is literally just any carbon chain that has an OH on it. I mean, you might see it drawn like this, like that. You might see an R on there. That means like the rest of the molecule. But keep in mind that this alcohol, if I draw like a carbon chain here, would actually look like this. Okay, and again, if I drew this guy like this, that's the same thing. Even if I drew it like this, that's the same thing. Or that's the same thing. All of these chemicals are the same. Okay, so it's got an OH somewhere on the molecule. How do we name alcohol? So again, this is an example of a functional group, and we really want to tell what's there, and we want to tell where it is. So if it's on the end, we might not even tell where it is, and that might insinuate that it's on the end. But we number our carbons again. This is my first carbon. This is my second carbon. So this thing is going to be called the name of this thing. All right, got the name here. We'll try it again. It's just going to be, this guy would be 1-ethanol. Ethanol. So let's just, in this case, the suffix we're using is -ol. Okay, and of course, ethanol is something you've heard of, and the one's the location. But then again, because it's on the end, and because it's always going to be on the end, they might not even have the one on there. Okay, because there's no other place to put it. It's on the end. All right, so here we go. Here's our 1-ethanol, or just ethanol. That's our hydrogen. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is going to be C2H. Now they might draw like this, 5OH. Now that doesn't mean you couldn't draw this thing right out as C2H6O. That's the same thing, right? So that would work, but people tried their best to just give you a little bit of an idea that, oh, by the way, this is an alcohol. Because this doesn't have to be. You could rearrange this into lots of things. And again, my name of this thing is F and okay. So rubbing alcohol, another common thing. If you've ever gotten shot, something like that, from your doctor, they'll rub your arm with rubbing alcohol first. So 2 carbon, draw 2 propanol. Okay, so my longest carbon chain, and it has an alcohol. So 1, 2, 3, and then OH. There we go. And my hydrogens are 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be C3H 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 OH. That's going to be in any of them. This is called rubbing alcohol, which is 2-propanol. But if the OH is on the end, okay, the same formula would be. And of course, when you rearrange it, whether it's on the end, we call this isomers. So an isomer is something that is the same formula, okay, but different structure, new structure. Okay, so you put on the other end, so this guy right here is not rubbing alcohol. It's a little bit different. But that being said, these are isomers of each other. So isomer is a pretty common term. All right. And that's it for alcohols. Move to your workbook to gain a little more proficiency in naming the substances. Thank you very much.